welcome into the booth here at PHL 3. My name's Fly. I'm going to be your host for tonight in this D1 matchup, which is going to see the Halifax Hooks playing host to the Philadelphia Liberty. Big matchup tonight for these teams. Another game going on PHL 2. Bloomington Wild and Calabasas Camel Crushers currently locked in a stalemate in Game 2. 1-1 in overtime. I'm assuming that game hasn't ended by the time I said that. I encourage you guys to go watch the end of that and then come right back here to catch this big matchup between two of the top 4 teams in D1, in the Pro Division. And Halifax, notably, sitting as that 4th seed, 39 points this season. 8 back of Philadelphia, who is in first. But they are winners of 7 of their last 8 on an extreme hot streak right now. Putting up tons of points and really catching back up to the top 3 teams in the league. And at the head of that has really been Owl. I mean, you kind of expect it with this team. They rally around their star defenseman. But Owl has been putting up tons of points lately. 3 games in a row, he's had 2 or more points. He's looking to keep up that momentum tonight. As they take on a Philadelphia Liberty team who really has not put a foot wrong the entire season. Only 8 losses when compared to their 16 wins, 47 points, as we said, at the top of the Pro Division. They've been putting up goals. They've been getting clutch saves from Zebra. Kapanen leading the charge. He's the league leader in points with 33, 1 ahead of Meatsail. Tony Flo leads the league in assists as well. This squad, all 4 players and Zebra, are as skilled as they come. You could even put V into that conversation, make it 5, as V has done incredible whenever he starts as well. So with this team, with this Philadelphia team, it's really winning by committee. There's not a single player on this team that you can doubt in the slightest. Moving ahead, we're going to be looking at the keys to the game for these two teams as I try and find which asset pack I put that in. I believe it was this one. And the keys to the game, neutral zone pressure. Both of these teams thrive on extended offensive possessions. We see the Liberty using a short dump and chase game with Tony Flo posted up top quite often. They work it from behind the net. They get it out in front. That's very similar to how the Hooks play with Bubba in their lineup. So the key is going to be who can control the neutral zone, who can get from defense to offense and set up their offense more effectively. The team who does that is going to have the most chances in this game and more than likely is going to win it. And the second key, it's Bubba. Just like Sam Bennett in the Cup final last night, Bubba is a rat in front of the net. He is an absolute demon in the crease, in the paint. And his job tonight is to make Zebra's life as miserable as possible. Because you need to. That energy is absolutely needed to find goals against the best goalie in all of puck. So we're still waiting on rosters to come in to start up this game. There were rumblings that the Halifax Hooks were not going to be able to field one of their starting goalies for this game, either of them. Crowbar and Katie both out of commission tonight. So we are going to have to see if anything comes to that. Right now, Goodhart is in the net, as you can see on your screen there. I can't imagine he will stay there for very long. But at this point, myself on the broadcast, I have no idea. They did attempt to sign B Grip earlier in the day. Those of you, you'll be familiar with him from Calabasas Camel Crushers. He was their backup goalie for a while. Got dropped just 72 hours ago, just 3 days ago. And that's the reason for the confusion, I believe. Is they're not sure if the Hooks can pick him up within that 72-hour period without the acceptance of the other captains in the league. Due to the waiver rules, I should say. If this match was a few hours later in the day, then I think they would be able to get away with it. But it's unclear if Grip will be playing tonight. Yeah, we do see Goodhart back in the net. You can take a look at your starting lineups here tonight. We mentioned a couple of them on the pregame. Owl, Bojar, Dolphin, and Mouse in for the Hooks. So despite all my claims about Bubba, all my big talk, trying to hype that man up, it will be Mouse in for the Hooks. Mouse, definitely not unfamiliar to the broadcast team, to the Pro Division. He's got nine games played this season, 8 points. He's done very well in his role as that sniper, that finisher for this squad. Looking the other way, no Toaster in for the Philadelphia Liberty. V is in to replace him, number 79. As I said, just under a point per game on the season. So again, another player, probably the 2 best subs in the league, I would say. As looks like some server troubles are what's keeping us right now. We're going to go back. Gotta send you guys back. You can take a look at the keys to the game again. Oh, shit. As I attempt to find the new server. These guys don't tell me much of anything, so we'll see how successful we are at that. Official 2. Thank you, Bojar, for letting me know. And we are back in Halifax. We're going to get started here. Bojar and Cap on the face-off. That puck won immediately to Mouse, who gives it right back to Bojarzen. Tony Flo, number 17. Craven Moorhead, as always, in the server. And who isn't? Long shot, Goodhart. They're going to test the man early. You know that for sure. Goodhart making his pro debut. Definitely cannot be in the way that he thought it would. Sitting with the pads on, an emergency sub. Mouse with the shot. Wide of the net. Rezzy in the corner, battling with Owl. They both board bounce away from the puck. Tony Flo with a nice pick set there. And a one-on-one going the other way. Puck gets by both players, and Dolphin will bat it over to Owl. Owl with a bit of room to operate. Rezzy playing him tight. But he doesn't have the speed to keep up. Owl cuts in. Can't get the shot off. Rebound comes out. Rezzy will clear away the early chance for Halifax. Pressure has to be key for the Hooks. I don't want to make the entire story of the match about Goodhart, but at this point, until he's proven himself, it kind of has to be. The defense of Dolphin and Owl, more than good enough, hopefully, to mask any issues. Misplay here. Back to Owl. Owl cuts to the outside and scores! An unfortunate misplay from Zebra and Resi. Chip pass by Mouse and a 5-hole shuffle from Owl. 1-0 Hooks. A lovely first goal. Great awareness by Mouse, hitting the chip pass back to Owl, giving him enough room to make that play happen to get the game's first goal. And the Hooks will be ecstatic about that as they keep up the fire that they've built over the last 4 weeks. Tony Flo with it. They're going to be looking to respond right away. He'll chip one into the far side corner. Near enough to our camera here. Resi goes back to Tony Flo. This is these long passes that we were talking about. They love switching up the ice down low. They thrive on those long possessions in the zone. Get the defense moving. That's what the Hooks are doing here, and a good opportunity on the rush. 3-man passing play. Doesn't fully come to fruition. So Resi will skate it up ice. Over the Wild logo. Chip pass, it's lovely out of the air! Are you kidding me? Kapanen bats it out of the air on a pass from Resi. And it does look like my scoreboard's frozen. I have no idea how to fix that. I'm going to be honest with you. Might need to get Dead Guy, if you are around and you know how to fix that. Feel free to hop in here and we can do it in the intermission. It's Mouse cutting around. It's a 1-1 scoreline. 2 minutes left in the first period. Bojarzin taking it around the corner. Stops on a dime, looking for the pass mid. Resi has it now. Cutting in. Shot. Wide of Goodhart. First goal that goes in. I don't think any goalie in the league is going to stop it. Pressure at the near side post. Goodhart does well to knock that one away. Really trying to figure out this scoreboard issue. I apologize if I go silent for a few seconds as V comes down in the slot. Nice block. Mouse in. Saved by Zebra. Rebound chance and Dolph scores to make it 2-1 for the Hooks. Dolphin with this great goal. They're going to ask for a pause, and that is awesome because I can try and figure out this scoreboard issue. I think the issue might be how I installed the puck data file, but I do not know. I don't really know what's happening here. I apologize.
Look how sharp these shadows are. Look how sharp these shadows are.
I'm really lost here.
Fuck you! Wait.
Here's some cheering and jeering.
Yo, why is he red?
Let's go.
That doesn't work. So the backup scoreboard also doesn't work.
Bojar, hit it right, Bojar. Bojar, win it right.
I'm really Not sure what to do here.
Win it right.
This might have to be a radio broadcast, unfortunately. Unless I can figure out a way to manually update the thing. We might not have a clock, but I can manually update the score. I hope.
Mojar, drop it. Mojar, drop it.
Yes. So it will have to be a manual update on the score. But we'll do what we can to make sure this works.
I think we might need to call it here. 2-1 win.
I'll try and keep you updated on the time as we proceed. But it will be a bit of a scratch job, and I apologize for that. For now, we're just going to take the clock away. And I'll just do the same for the period.
Lettuce is here now.
Reason for the delay in the game is Owl is having mouse issues.
We're stuck like.
Owl's PC is dead. Apparently.
Hello?
This is already the most screwed game ever. Everything is breaking tonight on PHL 3.
Help. Can't move.
Looking to the out-of-town scoreboard, for the few of you who are not already watching that game, Bloomington Wild currently lead in Game 2 with a minute left to go in the third period. They lead 4-2 over Calabasas. Log on the broadcast on that one over at the PHL2 Twitch server. Highly encourage you to go watch that, because I don't have anything more to talk about. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm running out of stuff here. Owl completely bricked his PC. I've bricked the entire score bug. So we're kind of making scratch work about it. But we'll see.
No.
Yeah, the world was fucked.
All right. This is a mess. All right, I apologize. Again, those of you just joining us, Owl's computer is completely broken. We're stuck in this server because Owl is the only admin who can start the game. So even though they put a sub in, we can't actually start the game. Chad is joining. Hopefully he's the savior tonight. Chad is here to unpause. And it looks like we might be able to get underway, finally. Other updates, the scoreboard is broken. I'm assuming the Bloomington Wild Calabasas game just ended, because we got a bunch of new viewers.
Yippee!
So yeah, the scoreboard is broken. I'll try and keep you guys updated on the time as we go. Oh, wait a minute. No, I have a better idea. I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but all we need to do Aha! Alright. Now we are in business. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. This is game 1, yes, Gold Trader.
I love you, Nick.
Oh my god, Topher, hello? Help.
We're going to turn that off. And we are back underway, right as I fixed it too. So we're going without the fancy scoreboard. We're just going to watch some puck the good old-fashioned way. Owl is out. He played most of the first period, found the game's first goal, and then his PC promptly broke. But we are back underway. Kapanen coming down. Big thank you to Chad for restarting the game, hopping in here on short notice. We do appreciate it. So Lettuce is in to replace. A 2-1 game, nearing the end of the first period. The Hooks are up. Bojar doesn't have much for options as V takes them all away. Cap will fire it down. 3 seconds left in the first period. Lettuce with a long shot. And Zebra with the catch on the line drive. So a long first period. Which is all good, all well and good, because I heard that Calabasas Bloomington game was also extremely long. Bit of a chaotic period. I can't really comment on who had the edge there. It was a bit of a mess all around. Couple good opportunities from the Hooks. They were able to claim the game's first goal. A nice answer back on one of the best goals probably of the whole season from Kapanen on a mid-air bat off of a pass from Resi. It didn't last long though, as the Hooks answered right back to make it 2-1. That's where we stand as the second period gets underway. Juice, I believe that is an option that I have to put the caster name somewhere. But I do not know how to work it. I was not told. So, I know Log does that for his streams because Log is the GOAT, but I am a mere mortal. Tony Flo fires it, but it's blocked by Lettuce. You're going to be seeing a lot of that on the open shots from Lettuce. Those baseball bats are his forte. It's knocked all the way back to V at the point. V chips it into the zone. Mouse is there. Lobs it all the way down ice. Dolphin is there to receive. He's got options behind him, but he takes the shot. Whacked away by Zebra. Mouse with the follow-up. That's into the corner. Dolphin, with some more options, elects to take it himself, but is stripped by Cap. Moving puck battle up the ice. Kapanen wins it. He's got an open shot. Far side. Wide of the net. Tony Flo wins the race to it. As Philadelphia given a lot of room to the defense of Halifax. I'd like to see Philadelphia get a bit more proactive here. Jump on some of these newer players. Test the chemistry that they have. Dolphin cutting in. Back and forth. Bojar picks it up. In the slot! Whacked away by V! Puck flies up into the sky. Coming down, and V is the first one to it. What can V do with it? Chipped up the middle. Dolphin catches it. Pass up to Bojar. All the way down low. He'll look to go back up the point, but it's an awkward bounce. Dolphin still wins the race, but it's challenged by Tony. Nice pass. Looking to find a gap. It wasn't there. And Resi over the PHL logo. Back the other way. Shot. Save. Goodhart. Great stick save from the E-Bug. Looking like David Ayers in the net. Another save from Goodhart. Resi picks it up in the corner. They can't find anything more. And Bojar will break it out for the Hooks. Bojar's in. Cutting in between Tony Flo and V, but he lost the puck. And it'll go back to Cap in the neutral zone. Good moves by Cap. Mouse strips him of it eventually. Chip pass. V is the first one back. With time to work with. Goes to Tony. Tony Flo fires it to the far side. Lettuce waving at Cap as he fetches this puck, but it's an odd pass. And Cap almost waved back as he fired that one in. Another steal, but no shot to come of it. Goodhart was there to whack it away, and now Mouse and V in a race for it. 2 commit from the hooks. Dolphin, difficulties playing it. Lettuce is the last man back, but he does well. Patient enough, finding a pass, blocked by Tony. Kapanen can't find anything in the neutral zone just yet, so he lobs a long shot wide, looking for a bounce off the back wall. Shot off the back of Dolphin. Kapanen looking to put home the rebound. Another save by Goodhart. The E-Bug, he does not look out of place at all, let me tell you. Comes out of his crease to try and play that one. Mouse trying to disrupt Kapanen, who's been all over the ice the last couple minutes. Bojar eventually takes it off of him. Fires it to the far side. It's Lettuce and Cap. Mouse in there for support. Tony flew in front. Goodhart got the save. That might have hit the side of the net. Couldn't really tell from this angle. V has it. Long shot tipped over the net. Kapanen from behind. This is his office this season, but he can't find anything that time. Lettuce sends him away. Dalfan coming over the red line. Just over 10 seconds left to go. He fires a weak shot to the right of the cage. V will pick it up. Mouse will pressure. But V gets a shoulder boost. Fires it up. Resi, one last chance! Off the crossbar at the buzzer! Oh my goodness! And you can see the reactions in chat. Unbelievable drama at the end of the period. Resi has none of the time, but all of the space. And puts it off the crossbar. I apologize for that. I don't know why it did that. Sorry about that, boys. This is why we have the stream open up on our phone, but we didn't miss much until Kapanen almost finds the wrap. I say wrap, it was more of a spin move in front of the net. That might have actually been what happened, is I hit enter and it changed the studio mode. Bojar with the chance. Bojar turning. Back pass to Dolphin. Dolphin looking for the chip, but he's pressured by Tony Flo, who just gets body, puck, all of it. It's all Tony, and a 3-on-1 the other way. Resi staying back, so it's all Tony Flo wide of the net. Good job drawing the defender away by Kapanen, but Tony Flo couldn't find the net. And with halfway through this third period, Philadelphia still down a goal. Resi pushing up now. Looking to dangle past Bojar, but just isn't there, and Bojar is going to win the race. He comes in, outnumbered, outmanned, but the skill is there! Goes low with the shot, and Zebra with an easy save. Resi back pass to V. Bojar with it now. Tony Flo. Chip pass to V. V will take it. Far side to Resi. Good breakout play. Can they get a chance from it? Russians it. But the Hooks were right to that little play by Resi, and it will be chipped out to the neutral zone. Not for long, though. Tony Flo dumps it down to Kapanen. Kapanen, not a lot of options. Gonna look to take it himself. All four commit, and it's Mouse on a breakaway. 2-on-0. Lettuce and Mouse. Goes to the forehand. Pass. No! No chance generated there. V on a wild back check. Looking like LeBron James over there. Knocks that one aside. And with a minute left to go, the Hooks still have the lead, but they squander the chance to double it. Lettuce. Chip behind the net. Zebra cuts it off, but it's right back to Lettuce. Pass! Post! Bojar with a great chance. More pressure from the Hooks late. Kapanen looking finally to tie it. Drop pass. Resi! Save Goodhart! Beautiful pass by Kapanen, and Goodhart had it red. Lettuce, stick lifted behind the net. 20 seconds left to go. Tony Flo with it now. Chip to the middle. Turn! Stopped by Lettuce. Fired all the way down the ice. Zebra gonna look to restart the offense here. Puts it to Resi on the near side. Pass to the middle. Double tap by Lettuce. He's gonna try and get back to this one. And the Halifax Hooks, despite being down 3 starters by the end of the game, take one off of Philadelphia and extend their wild streak to now 8 of their last 9, looking to make it 9 of their last 10 in Game 2. What a finish to that game. The last minute and a half was absolutely wild. We're going to try typing again, see if it breaks the stream. Hey, we're good. We're all good. I'm hopeful that we're going to get going pretty soon. And the Halifax Hooks, according to Gold Trader, have secured a playoff berth with that win. And correct me if I'm wrong, Gold, but that means that the playoffs are all set, right? I believe. I don't think Calabasas nor Red Deer can make it at this point. So we're playing for seeding at this point. All 4 teams. Yeah, seeding can change. CCC just got eliminated. Thank you, Gold Trader, for being on top of that. As it looks like they are going to try to get Owl back in here for Game 2. Maybe it's Dolphin. I don't know. Both players are out of the lobby right now, and I wasn't paying attention to chat when Dolph left. RDC has been out for like a week. Yeah, that tracks, unfortunately. And honestly, I think most people saw the playoff picture was pretty set by about week 3. You know, once Halifax figured everything out, it wasn't in doubt anymore. But these four teams are far and away the best teams in D1. Playoffs, of course, just a straight single elimination bracket. First seed plays fourth. Second seed plays third. You go best of 5. And I don't believe it's best of 7 in the finals, but I could be mistaken. Actually, now that I say it out loud, I do think the finals are best of 7 in pro. Yes. Again, thank you, Gold. Gonna be a bunch of wild games. I hope I'm able to cast a few of them. Wouldn't mind me and Log on the broadcast for some playoff matchups. I don't think I can do the solo cast in the playoffs. I really hope we don't have any solo casts in the playoffs. It doesn't really do these games justice, if I'm being completely honest. I do my best, but there's only so much I can say to keep this interesting. I'll say Log is much better suited for it than me. At least the solo cast aspect. Him being a play-by-play by heart and myself being a color man. But we are waiting on a fourth man from the Halifax Hooks to get back in here. Some electrical issues. Mouse saying he's out of petrol. Mouse weirdly British tonight. Next he's going to start talking in Celsius and meters. Not freedom units. That'll be the day. Let me tell you. Game 1, if you're just joining us, was a 2-1 victory for the Halifax Hooks over the Philadelphia Liberty. Owl and Delphan getting the goals in the first period. Sandwiching a lovely goal from Kapanen. But despite a dramatic end to the third period, they could not sneak the puck past Goodhart a second time. And I am hoping that we get going soon here. I got an EIS match in 25 minutes, boys. Against V. So, we hurry this up so I can get clapped by some D1 players yet again. Would be much appreciated. Take a look at the points, even though the goal scorers from both teams are not in. Bubba is in the lobby, so I know Mouse is familiar with defense. You could run Mouse and Lettuce on the back end. I am sure they don't want to, but at some point time will force their hand. I don't think there's more than a 10-minute limit, and we just passed the 5-minute mark. So they will have to get Owl or Bubba in here at some point, or Dolphin. Alright, and Dolphin is back. And we will finally get going here for Game 2. Captain Bojar on the face-off. The lineups stay the same. Lettuce subbing in for Owl after his technical difficulties. Captain looking for the spin. Can't find anything. Lettuce fires it down the length of the ice. V is there to pick it up. Goes back up the boards. Resi can't corral it. Lettuce will take it. Pass 2 on the sideboards. V taking it up the ice. Beats 3 with that pass, but Kapanen wasn't turned in time. Beautiful pass to the middle. Goodhart, what a save! Wasn't expecting that pass to get through. Certainly wasn't expecting the sliding stop from Goodhart. David Ayres indeed in the net tonight. Rolling in his, well, he's not dead, but we'll say grave. I would not mind that, Adobe, honestly. It's like this in D2 as well. He's a menace. Both in play style and in chat. Bojar one-on-one against V. Beats him. Shot. Saved by Zebra. His first test of game 2. Passed well. Zebra hasn't been scored on since about the 2-minute mark in game 1. When the whole stream kind of went to crap. Lettuce pressured by Kapanen. But he gets it around him. The pass goes way wide though. And Kapanen's actually going to win this race. Dolphin reaches around him to knock it away. Mouse with the chip. Tony responds in kind. Hitting a shoulder on the way through. Dolphin fires it down. Bojar can't reach for it. V takes it around the net. V with the pass up. Lettuce pressuring Cap, but he's a little bit too late on the challenge. Nice chops by Cap. Gets through. Can't shoot it. Lettuce getting back for the stick lift. Just enough of a disruption to break that play up. Resi leaving it for Tony Flo, but he doesn't have a lot of boost, and he's forced to chip it in. Kapanen with the stick lift. Back in front. Resi, long shot. Save. Rebound. Tony Flo. Tipped by Lettuce. Another chance for Philadelphia, and they just can't find the back of the nets. Resi pass in front. Kapanen, but V is there to back him up. Resi now again in the corner. Far side. No one home. This cycle play from Philadelphia. It's their bread and butter, really. As they recover this puck, put it deep into the zone. Kapanen puts it far side. Tony Flo charging this one down. Beats Lettuce. Man, Halifax just cannot win a foot race. Finally, Dalfan steals the puck away. And they'll get it all the way up to Bojar in the Philadelphia zone. Mouse, far side. Nice defensive stop by V, knocking down the pass and then stealing the follow-up chance. Mouse fires it down. V is back to receive once more. Zebra trying to lay the body on Bojar, but missed. Tony Flo, chip pass. Looks like Lettuce will win that race. He's done well on defense trying to contain Cap. Couple chances in the zone aside. In the neutral zone, Lettuce is usually getting the better of Kapanen. You would expect that of a defenseman. Most of the time they will win those puck battles. Especially with the physics engine that puck has. Resi, looking for a rebound off a Dolphin's stick. Game has calmed down just a little bit since the chances from Philadelphia. Big hit by Kapanen, standing up Mouse. Resi knocks that one out of the air, and despite the hit, Kapanen gets beat to the next puck battle. Nice touch through the legs by Bojar. Shot long, but high over the net. Kapanen tipping it around. Back to Resi. Resi, back to Kapanen. But Kapanen can't field it on his backhand. Pass up ice. No one home for Dolphin. And Owl is finally back in the server after missing an entire game. We'll see if he hops back in or if they decide to stay with the lineup they have. V ends the period. We stay 0-0. And yes, it looks like Owl will join in place of Lettuce. So we'll be back to the original rosters for both teams. You can see them there. Lettuce, of course, sitting out. So period number 2 will get underway. Strong showing from Lettuce. Kept the Philadelphia Liberty completely off the board while he was on the ice, I believe. Owl. Firing it far side. V will cut off that pass. A nice bounce off the boards as well. Tries to go through Owl and actually succeeds. Has someone back post. Kapanen can't find the tip. Nice chance from V and Kapanen. The chances are certainly there. Dolphin tried to chip it. Resi had it red, and it's a 2-on-1. Goodhart out of his net to play this. Great confidence being shown, but it backfires. Tony Flo, save! Wide! No! How did Kapanen not score that? He's got another chance on the wrap. It goes off the other side. Kapanen just can't score. Dolphin finally clears it, and the pressure is gone from Philadelphia. Easily their best chance since the first game to score. And Cap put it wide off of a rebound on a great save from Goodhart. Wild drama once again in front of the Hook's net. So we keep it going. Mouse with it. Chip to Owl. Owl has it. Deking. Diving. Juking. Jiving. All the way down. Fires that one. Bojar turning. Back pass to Mouse. Mouse looking for the wrap. It almost gets behind the pads of Zebra. But almost just isn't good enough tonight. Especially on the best goalie in the game. Kapanen with it. Looking for the backhanded shot. Goodhart, like a statue, makes that save off of the left shoulder. Resi back to Tony Flo. Tony Flo, long shot, stopped. And it's a 3-on-1 going back the other way. Tony Flo and Resi on the back check. And they will get back in time as Owl bobbles that puck. Back pass. Almost finds Mouse on the right side post. Owl. Long pass to Mouse. Just away from the tip of his stick. Trying to switch up the play again, but a team bump by the looks of it. Tony Flo. Spinning with it in his own end. Will fire that one all the way down. As it looks like the honorary sub for the Hooks, Savo, comes into the lobby. Not for long, though. V having a bit of trouble stick handling in front of his own net. Not the place that you want to be losing it. And he makes sure to get a hold of it. Good on him finding the pass to Kapanen. Springing the break. Shot is saved by Goodhart. Kapanen still with it. Wraparound. What a save by Goodhart once again. Kapanen's tried just about everything. He's had the long shots. He's had the close shots. He's had the wraps. Forehand, backhand. It's all being saved by Goodhart right now. Owl taking it by Kapanen on the way back into his own zone. Nice spin pass to Dolphin. Although he pressed alt, he just couldn't find it. You can see the frustration in his player there. Kapanen, beautiful little touch. Another one, stick lift as well, shot wide. Kapanen is a menace right now on the forecheck. Resi tried to post up. Maybe a bit of an unwise play there. Bojar able to read it. Appreciate the effort from Resi though. It's a tricky play, those stops and starts in the zone, but you got to be careful about where you execute them. They're usually safer if you're closer to the boards, but not as effective. Resi going for a high risk, high reward play there. And didn't go into his own net, so can't really say that the risk was not worth it. Tony Flo. Has it at his own goal line. He'll just launch it up to Rezi. Tips it over right to Kapanen. Kapanen has Rezi backdoor. Looks for him. Poke check by Goodhart. What a pass by Kapanen. And as the second period comes to a close, we're still scoreless. But it isn't for lack of an effort from Kapanen. He is all over the ice right now. One more period to go in this one. Two teams locked in a stalemate. I'd say a lot more chances to Philadelphia. But the Hooks just won't give up a goal. They're able to try and keep up this streak. I believe 5 wins in a row. 8 of their last 9 for the Hooks. Philadelphia, coming into this, only 8 losses on the year. They're up to 9 now with the first game loss, 2-1. They'll look to recover here. You got to think the next goal probably wins it in this game. V looking for the pass back. Tony Flo keeps it in. Owl, the board bounce, knocked him away from the puck. Mouse comes in to recover. Good tip by Rezi, blocking that pass. Dolphin, drop pass to Bojar. Beautiful little play. And Bojar takes it up. Bojar to Owl. Almost sprung him. But the puck rolls off of his backhand. And it's cleared out immediately after by the Liberty. It's getting to that point in the cast where I'm starting to have a tough time forming words, apparently. But we will fight through it for the sake of this excellent game. Owl moves it to the middle. 2 members of the Liberty check him. V has it behind the net. Dangling, pass up to Rezi. Mouse just recovered from being hit. He'll go down again. But he did get a touch on that puck. Great awareness from him, recognizing that the play was still coming to him regardless of whether or not he was ready, and able to get a touch on it and potentially prevent a 3-on-2 the other way. Owl with it, pass to Dolphin. He's got room. Far side, V, great cut on that pass. It looked like that one was going to be on the mark to Bojar. V makes sure that we won't be able to find out. Owl over to Dolphin. Play up the boards, 2 passes, but the second one gets away from Mouse. Long shot, wide of the net. Owl picks it up, fires it up to Bojarzen. Looking for the play on V. Russians it. Shot. Saved by Zebra. That puck going wide anyways. Zebra makes sure he gets a piece of it. V has it. Pass up. Just past the stick of Rezi. Big hit by Kapanen on Mouse in front of the cage. Bojar will win this race. Tries to find the back pass to Dolphin. And here's a great pass through the middle to Kapanen. Breakaway chance! Tried to go short side on a little trick play. And it didn't go by Goodhart that time either. Kapanen reaching deep into his bag of tricks. But nothing seems to be working on Goodhart tonight. V with it. Coming up the ice. Pass to Rezi. Rezi. What does he have for options? Shot off the side of the net. Going up. Over the top. There's a chance here for Cap. But nothing. There. The Hooks covering it well. We've seen that play, I should say, a couple of times this season from the Halifax Hooks. That time, Philadelphia trying it out and didn't bring as much success. But you can see just how deep into the bag they're having to go to try and find a goal against the Hooks here tonight. Bojar leaving it for Mouse. Mouse with the chip play. Bojar wins that 50. He'll have control. A great deke around V. Goes for the low shot. Back door. Mouse. Turning. Can't find it. Dolphin with it. Down low to Bojarzen. Dolphin. Pass. Doesn't find anyone. Owl was turning towards the middle of the ice. Owl. Can he get by Resi here? He's got to do that to start with. Doing a good job staying behind Resi, making his head turn, making that camera difficult. Shot tipped off the side of the net. Teammate tipped that in front of Zebra. But it didn't find the cage. 15 seconds left. It looks like we're going to be needing overtime. One more chance for the Liberty to end it. V. Backdoor. Resi. Oh, just off the tip of his stick. He spins. Puts out front. Goodhart wasn't even ready. And it went wide. Nothing at the buzzer. Goodhart was late getting down. There was a lane. No goal for the Liberty. Still going to overtime in Game 2. And the Hooks secure at least 4 points against the best team in the league. You got to be more than happy with that performance. They're going to be looking to make it 5 points. Quick shot by Mouse. Zebra knocks it away. So far this season in overtime, the Halifax Hooks, an even 2-2. The Philadelphia Liberty, 2-1. Not a lot of overtimes for either of these teams this season. Not really a theme. Beautiful pass up to Cap. Can't control it. Goes past all 4 Hooks and Resi with the chance to go against the grain. But good play by Bojarzen, acting as the bouncer there, not letting him in. Tony Flo, dump play to Kapanen. Kapanen sees the ice well from behind the net, but he can't find the puck. He's looking at the map, couldn't find the treasure. And it's launched down the ice once again. Zebra. A little bit of difficulty handling that, but nothing happens like the Game 1 disaster. Dolphin knocking it down. Pool cues it out of the air. This one launched. Bojarzen looking to tip it on net. Back up the boards. To Owl. Cross ice. Mouse! No shot. Just a weak roller on net. Kapanen blocked by Owl, who will push off the boards towards the middle of the ice as his teammate Dolphin gets it up to the blue line. But Tony Flo beats Bojar, comes in, shot, saved by Goodhart. Kapanen looking for space. Good job by Mouse getting the body there. Kapanen, no momentum to make a play. Kapanen over to Bojar. Bojar coming in, 2-on-1. Can he end it? No, saved by Zebra. Chaos in front, 3 Hooks, no Liberty, but it doesn't go in. Resi over to Cap, 1-on-1 the other way. Goodhart was out of his net for some reason. Rush is back in time. Owl taken away by Tony Flo, puts it to V behind the net. Good drop pass. Bojar pressuring Kapanen here. Kapanen can't chip it. Bojar, he's got options. Looking to cut inside, but all 4 Liberty members back. Owl with a good block to keep the pressure up for Halifax. You have Dolphin creeping in the far side, but the pass doesn't find anyone. Kapanen coming in now. Long shot from the side. Owl with the block. Bojar trying to get past Kapanen, partially successful. Enough that he could get it up to Owl, who goes across to Mouse. Mouse with it. Trying to deke through, but nothing coming there. Dolphin spinning, poking it back to Bojar. Bojar, shot, goes in! Oh my goodness! Bojar with the spinning poke catches Zebra off guard, and Halifax takes it. 2-0 in this series. A 1-0 win in Game 2 gives Halifax 5 of 6 points tonight as they extend their winning ways, now 9 wins in their last 10 matches, including sweeps of Philadelphia and Albany in that stretch. Huge momentum for the Hooks as they look towards the playoffs. I've got to run here in the booth. I got a game in about 2 minutes, so we're going to make this quick. Thank you for everyone coming out and watching this game. The voice started cracking near the end, but it was a good show the whole way through. We're going to have some D2 action for you tomorrow night. But until then, I will see you very soon.